Welcome to Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. I tell you what, I was blown away by a networking event. Can you imagine going to a networking event, getting all the photos from the event, then getting all the emails, phone numbers, names, websites of everyone in the room, and then also a 30-second business pitch from each one of them so you could remember who they were? Well, that's what happened at a networking event that I just went to. And I tell you what, I'm going to introduce you to who was behind it. And then a business that I met, and I was like, oh my goodness, I could see so many opportunities. And that's going to blow you away too. The Miramar Pembroke Pines Regional Chamber of Commerce bringing together vendors who support events. Everything from photographers to catering to balloon makers and more. Hosting it all, Coach Tamika James, the CEO of CTJ 360 Photo Booth.
What will happen is you're going to remember who was here. Someone's going to be on the phone with you and they're going to say, do you know a venue? Do you know a caterer? Do you know a dessert place or anything like that? And you're going to be able to remember and refer, and likewise for the other person. So that's what this is all about. So today it's about making sure people know who you are, exactly what you do, and sharing your personality, because I'm going to tell you, we have a lot of the same businesses that exist, and people do business with people that they know and like. And when they know something about the person, it becomes like you're more memorable and people will want to refer you, okay? So what we're gonna do now is everyone's going to have an opportunity to do a 30-second pitch, okay? So before you guys come up here, just relax. Forget about the camera, and everyone should know the camera is your best friend, because once it's recorded one time, you get to play it over and over again, and you don't have to say it again. It just keeps going like this, okay? So just relax and just naturally say who you are, what you do, and what makes you unique.
I'm Carmen Puentes Croy with Gray's Cray Charcuterie Boards and Boxes. We're located at 9600 Sterling Road in Cooper City, directly across from Cooper City High School. We do charcuterie boxes and boards from cutie cups all the way up to large braising boards, Epicurean and artisan styles. What makes us different is we're hospitality first and we celebrate everything.
Myanmar! And what we do is support small businesses, medium businesses, as well as large corporations. But I'm here to support small businesses. Now, we have an upcoming event called Coffee, Chocolate, and Culture Expo, in which we're inviting vendors to come and vend. If you have a space, if you have a service, if you have a product, come March 27th to the 30th. We want to see you there.
Hi, I'm Latoya with Elegance Banquet Hall. We're located in Miramar Parkway, University Drive. I've been an event planner for about 28 years, even though I look 16. Yeah. But anyway.
Hi, I'm Richard Lopez. I'm from Lopez Productions. I'm a photographer, and I also fly drones. Not just typical drones that just fly over. I also fly drones that go through your space, which I can create commercials, market material, and even cover events. Lopez Production.
Woo! I'm Tamika James of CTJ 360 Photo Booth. We offer a few main services, which is the 360 photo booth, the selfie photo booth, the Roman photography, and we also do video podcasts for you at your event. So we get your clients and your attendees to speak on behalf of you. You don't have to do it. The specialty is that every picture or video that we create is shareable to everyone at your event. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Jacqueline Jimenez with Newsworthy Stories, and I'm a news producer and media strategist. And you can connect with me at newsworthystories, STORY.com. What I do is I help businesses identify news stories, and then I help them get news coverage, or I produce news stories for social media. Come grow your business. True story. Woo! So joining me now to talk more about that event is Coach Tamika James of CTJ 360 Photo Booth and Richard Lopez of Lopez Production. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, when I got home and I received that email that had all the photos from that event, all the names, phone numbers, emails, you know, Tamika, how did you put all that together?
It was well thought out, and I just feel like networking events need this everywhere that we go. Everyone's struggling to remember people. They're struggling to actually get around the room and actually get everyone's contact info. And one of the things that I do is record testimonies and give people an opportunity to share who they are on camera, and no one gets to see it unless it's in one place. So I had to do this, and I was so excited about it.
Richard, I know I have already had a chance to use that list. Okay. I have
Yep.
already called people on that list. So, Richard, what was that event like for you?
So when I went to the event, I did not know what I was getting into, first of all, but they told me I had to do a 30-second pitch. And I'm like, no way. I'm like, This is not happening." I've done those elevator pitches before, and I stumbled on them. It was a nightmare for me. But then she told me it's just 30 seconds. And the first one went up, and I'm like, okay, that was pretty quick. That was not bad. So then the second one went up, and I said, okay, I'm going to try something. I'm going to do my 30-second pitch while they're interchanging. And I gave my 30-second pitch, and I'm like, that was like 5 seconds. It literally felt like 5 seconds to me, which when I went up there, I think I just said my name, but I said a lot more. I told
Yeah.
you what I did. I told you, quite a bit of things. But for me, it was just enough time to say my name. And that was pretty much it.
Well,
um,
I'm
and that's
very
from
excited. Yeah, I'm very excited to talk more about what you do in just a moment and actually see, what it is that you do, because I really feel that there are so many, actually, that's the great thing, right? This was an event about vendors who support events. And I'm already a Coach Tamika James fan. If you followed Newsworthy Stories, this is not my first interview with Tamika, because I am a fan of what she does. And Richard, I tell you what, I think you might be the number two, because I am loving what you do, and I can see a collaboration, between the three of us on any day. Um, Tamika, I do want you to tell me first before I get into what Richard does, so stand by. I want you to tell other people, because I really want people to understand how easy it was to fill out that form. What, 2 to 3 minutes? And then how other organizations can use that. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So, yeah, the ease of getting started was simply a QR code that everyone scanned as they entered the room. They were able to step away, enter their info, and it was well thought out once again, because some people are on social platforms on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, and I had a slot for everything, even a slot for a little bit of information about your business that you want people to know. And that's like the key thing. Like, how do people remember you outside of the name of your business, your site, and your phone number? So they were able to scan that, and systematically I set it up so that as soon as they finished the form and submitted it, they were able to go straight to the gallery of where the photos and videos would be for all of the pitches and the photos from the event. And one thing that I know about events is that event hosts don't get enough notoriety. They don't get enough visibility after the event. So post event marketing usually doesn't happen. But when the attendees have access to the photos and the things that were going on, they're able to download them and utilize them on their own social platforms. And another thing that was happening was that when they finished sending this information in, there was an email that was automatically generated that went out to every person at the event that gave them a link back to the gallery of the pictures and videos, a link to a spreadsheet that was being generated
with everyone's info. So everything they entered was being generated on this one sheet. So they had instant access to this. And another thing was that we put together a WhatsApp group, and the WhatsApp link to get into the group was in that email as well. So at the end of the day, the ease of it was that it was simply a QR code, which led to a form that they filled out, which led to them being able to have access to the info later, because someone's going to say, well, where did it go on my phone? And they were able to go back to that. So event organizers want to look like a superstar in the networking field. They want to look like we're doing networking really big. They want their attendees to walk away feeling like we're excited about the fact that it was easy to connect, because here's the real deal. People don't make it around the entire room. It's just a fact.
You don't, and you're encouraged not to. You're encouraged to make connections with a couple of people, so you can build a relationship, with them. Talk to them. Be human with them, not just like, am I human? Am I a robot? Are you human? You want to be able to have a conversation, build a memorable moment, like you had mentioned in the story, and to be remembered. So, I cannot tell you how valuable putting that email together. And I really encourage you to reach out to Tamika on that, so that you will have it. You will not have a luncheon, a chamber meeting, a networking event, or anything in a group format. You should do it the way that Tamika did and contact her like today. So, so that you won't miss another person or miss a list of people. You don't even know who's in the room. That's usually the biggest problem, is you never know who's in the room. And if they're quiet or shy, but you need their services, you just don't know. It was just so good. It was just so good. And I just was like, oh, I'm going to blast this out and I'm going to tell people. Now, speaking of blasting things out, Richard, you're on, because I have to tell you what Richard showed me. And I'm all about show your work. That's my standard. Show your work, right? And Richard, he has something that really blew my mind. So Richard, I'm just going to, give you the floor, and you go ahead and express to everyone what it is that you do. And I'll even show you some video while he's sharing.
Okay, so years ago, we got married, and took us 6 months to get our wedding content. And I just said, wow, that's just crazy. What a mundane industry that takes you 6 months to get you something. So my love for photography brought me into this. And my other love for, remote control hobby. I was about 14 years old when I picked up my first remote. Not a video gamer, just into the hobby. And I started flying remote control helicopters. We got a little sponsorship from that, got a little side money, which was kind of nice. I come from IT. I was actually IT director. And I decided one day to switch up careers. I said, that's it. I've had enough. I want to do what I love. And back in 2011, I started this business, and it's been going great, flying to new places. And so what it's come down to is, from flying regular drones above and taking pictures, now I fly drones through actual properties. So with the use of these drones that are, they're safe. I could hit something, hit somebody. It doesn't really hurt. It's a very soft touch, pretty much, and doesn't cause any damage. I've hit my own vehicle many times, and not a single scratch. Obviously, I tested it on that one first, and I said, yeah, this is something pretty cool, where I can fly through a business, showcase your company in a way no one can do. I can fly through cars while they're moving, and it's been an experience. So that's the drone, and you fly with these guys on. I know it looks a little funny, but that's how it is. I actually see through the drone with these goggles, and I sit down in a spot near the business, near the company, near the event, and I can actually control that drone through any space, making such an unreal video, excuse me, and an experience that's very immersive.
Yeah, I tell you, when you showed me, well, you can see the videos I was sharing just now. And I tell you, it was incredible to just watch you fly through the business. The lady was opening the door and the drone was just flying through. I I just see this for any new business, uh automotive dealerships. Oh my goodness. I just was just like I kept going through the list of places that a new business that is just opening and people want to know what it's going to be like, an entertainment place. You would fly that drone through there, we would already know what we go to see. I can see this for theme parks, everything. And I tell you what, you've got a gift there. That's a good one. And I think that again, that collaboration, I believe Tamika James, the two of you, putting together pieces, I think it will be phenomenal, working together. And I'll just come and tell the story, behind it. But I thought that was fascinating. And I want to hear more also now about what Tamika does, so that she was telling us how she organized that event, but what she does on camera is exciting as well. And I love Tamika's work, because how Tamika gains testimonials from those events that we attend is powerful, because we all need those. You need credible testimonials, and everyone, like Richard, just didn't want to go give his 30-second business pitch. He's a perfect example of that. But because she's not just Tamika James with a 360 photo booth, she's Coach Tamika James first. She's a business coach, and she knows how to coach that testimonial out of you, and that's what makes her different and a winner. And I've just watched how she's doing it. So Tamika, talk to us about what you're doing, but then all the stuff that you added to it.
Well, I see Richard over there shaking his head, and I want to touch on something real quick. Richard already said that he decided he was not going to do it. And Richard actually told me, I'm not doing it. and we laughed about it. And I told him, I said, okay, it's fine. But as we went on during the event, the coach part of me came out to everyone in the room. And I spoke openly to everyone and settled them and said a few words that helped them to understand what they needed to do before they approached the microphone. And it was what gave them the ease. So that's me as the coach. So what do? I actually have a photo booth business, and I've just figured a lot of things out along the way having this photo booth business. So people need testimonies. They need people to talk about them on camera. So through our technology, we are hired to come to events. We pull people to the side. 30 seconds to 1 minute, we get them on camera saying who they are, why they came, what they love about the person's product, about their service, about them as a presenter, whatever it is that was going on. So we are able to get these people to leave these messages. But the magic is that they're branded. So every single video that we shoot, we are in touch with the coordinator or the host of the event, and we get their logo, the name of their event, and any other photos or graphics, and we create an overlay that stamps on top of every video. So when the video is created, it is now able to be shared with the person who recorded it on the spot, as well as the host of the event. So we've transpired this into a lot of different things. It now is not only testimony and the booth. It's not only testimonies. It is now 30-second pitches. It is what's the gender of the baby at a baby shower. It's all sorts of messages. Recently Jackie and I did an event for someone who was having a birthday party and eventually, is no longer here. And when we look at the power of these messages where everyone was able to say how they felt about him before he left the earth, and then he was able to get a copy of them. And then another service we offer is to take the videos we create and make a compilation. for the host of the event to share with their attendees. I mean, just the power, the impact that we have on individuals, organizations. I mean, it's just through the roof. And I'm so excited about what we do. So that's basically who we are and what we do. And we spread the word. We get people to share while they're at the event because they get copies of everything. Yeah.
Yeah. It's the branded part is definitely a win. But the interviews you've been doing, she's been doing these 1 minute, pretty much like an interview like this, but, hands-on. Can you imagine those testimonials? And I tell you, the one great thing, if you don't understand why that's important, it's important because people like to see themselves. Please understand that. They don't, when they see themselves, they light up, right? Because they recognize, oh my gosh, that's me. I'm on, quote, TV, even though it's social media TV, okay? And so that's really how people respond to it. And so when they see themselves, what are they going to do? They're going to share it on their social media platforms. And now your audience is going to keep growing. Please do not do a recap video without sharing it with every person that was invited. That's what, if you get these testimonials that Tamika's talking about, or these drone videos, you want to share them with the people who are involved so that they can share them, because that's what the content is for. You really need to show everyone what it is that happened. So the next time you have an event, they're going to be the first to sign up. And this is how you do it. That recap video that, I put together, one of the things I'm known for is making people feel like they were there.
Yes.
That is my,
you do that very
well. I use Nat Sound. That is my, number one. I love Nat Sound. I want you to feel like, I don't care if you're giving me a sound bite and there's 200 people behind you. I'm like, I don't care, because to me, I want you to feel the energy in that room with people talking. It's a different kind of story. It's like news would do it, because news is coming in, they're not miking everyone up. They're just coming to you with a camera and they're like, speak, they're not miking everybody up. And, that's the way I learned it. But it's that opportunity that helps people feel like they were there. You've got two rock stars right here. And I tell you what, you should look up everybody on that list that was at the event before you have your next event. And you can reach out to Tamika, or Richard, or myself for that matter, because we now have a list of everybody that was on that, on that list. But thanks to Tamika James, we have it. And I'm just really grateful. That was just so eye-opening to me. Now, I want to, is there anything else you guys want to share, either about the meeting, about what you want people to know before we get out of here?
No. One more about Tamika. There was some lady, and I'm not going to mention her. She came in like this. She's like, oh no. She was just like, I can't do this. And then Tamika, I didn't know Tamika was a coach. No idea until this phone call that she was a coach. And the email. And she just talked to her 5 seconds and just, okay, look, do this with me. And all of a sudden that lady just she came alive on that camera. And I'm like, what just happened? Like, I'm just sitting there. I'm like, that lady was like from total shy, breaking down to alive. And we got a great 30-second pitch out of her. It was a pretty neat experience. That was,
I
cool.
didn't use that video because I wasn't sure how she felt about it. But it was
great,
right. She was great. No, she did great, but I just was like, I wasn't sure.
Not anybody can do that though. That what Tamika did, not anybody can do that, because that lady just sprung into action. And I do photos, so I understand. I see people shy, and you have to bring them out, and it's hard. You got to make them feel good and confidence about themselves. 5 seconds is all Tamika took.
It really was. It was. I mean, she was literally walking that lady up, and as soon as she was allowed to just interview her,
she came alive.
Yeah, she could answer the question. She just didn't want to have to think it out, and say it together. So
that was a neat experience.
Yeah,
she was telling me no all the way to the microphone.
We break down. I don't think I could have done this And I was like, no, I can't. I hate cameras. I love cameras because I shoot them that way. They go away from me. And I'm not a camera person. And I was like, I felt like a kid breaking down. I was about ready to have a little tantrum there.
You,
And
and you
I'm like,
amazing pitch, Richard. When you spoke and you did it in one shot, and I understood everything about your business quickly, I was feeling like so proud on the side. I was like, he
you
said he
did
knew
that.
what to do it. And I was like, what is Richard doing up there? And I mean, it was beautiful. It was great job. Yeah.
Thank you. It was on you, on your part.
That's right. Oh, fantastic. I tell you, we really need more of those. I hope people reach out to you, Tamika, because we really need those at every event if possible. So that's my little pitch to you guys. And thank you so much for joining me, Tamika and Richard. You guys are great. And have a great day.
Thank you, likewise.
Yeah, I was saying I
Thank
have
you.
something else to share.
Say
I was
it
saying I
again.
have something else to share.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you. So first of all, thank you to you for putting this together. For you doing what you do best, which is sharing our stories. If someone doesn't know what happened at a point in time and the story is not told, how many other people get to know? How many others? And through what you do, we're able to play this video over and over. I know you're going to send it to us. We're going to be able to share copies with everyone all over the place. So I'm just excited about what you do and the way that you do it. So thank you first, and then I have something else to share.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And I also I didn't say that we do the 30-second to 1 minute videos as a mini podcast. So we call them a mini cast. So at events such as chamber meetings and all types of conferences, we create a mini podcast and we are off to the side and we're interviewing the attendees. And they know that they're going to, so then after the event is over, the host can take them and make their own page and create a podcast to put them there and the attendees get them. So I just wanted to share that because I didn't say mini cast. And also we've been doing this for chambers. So
Yes.
we have been doing their photos, their videos, and testimonies at the event. And then now giving the QR code to the attendees to have access to everything. It's just a game changer for these organizations to be able to spread the word. And we should be doing this for every chamber.
Absolutely.
Literally, every chamber should have us.
That's why I really wanted to bring this attention. And that's, specifically why I said, I was blown away by this networking event because of the access that I had when I went home. And it was all in one email, two links. Gave me access to photos, gave me access to everybody that was in the room and what they did and their websites and their 30-second pitch. People, you can't pay for that. So I really appreciate. Yes, sir.
Sorry. I know. I thought you were sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that was amazing. And I think people really need to know about it on every level, whether it's a chamber, whether it's, a business organization. Everyone needs to understand how to use that. In fact, I've got a really great contact for you now that I think about it. He's out of Atlanta. All right.
I can add one more thing.
Yes, sir.
Just doing this through your business. Sorry, a normal commercial will take you all day, maybe multiple days, to do a commercial through your business. This is literally no more than an hour to your to doing this through your business. So basically, if you run a commercial, it takes almost a whole day. I've sat through commercials where you have people sitting in the lobby doing nothing all day. It's a hurry up and wait kind of industry. And if you do it with a drone, your business stops for 1 hour. 1 hour, not even that. It's that you get everybody in place. We get the script together. You give everybody what they have to do, and it's not much because they're on camera for like maybe 5 seconds at most. So you're gonna have a lot of people in your business show up very quickly, and you're not gonna cause interruption to your business. So there's no real loss for you at all. Just wanted to mention that because it's it's a great point of these things. They fly fast, and they do
Yeah,
their stuff fast.
it's extraordinary. I love it all day long. That's a new one. That's a new one for me. So thank you for watching Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez, and we will talk to you soon. Until next time.
Thank you.
Newsworthy Stories is known for generating news coverage for television and social media, helping businesses, agencies, and nonprofits grow through story. Behind every story, there is a media strategy designed to keep your story and messaging in the news. Learn the easiest ways to get news coverage through my workshops and masterclasses that are based on my handbook, How to Get Television News Coverage. It's easier than you might think, because it is.